Alright, in this video we're going to talk about how I wound up with a fake pant bar or something that's hokey about it all the way around. Now, you know, mostly I'm a gun channel, but I've been doing some stuff with silver, gold, the metals, and I kind of really am not a stacker. I'm not just accumulating precious metals at the lowest price I can get. I did a little bit, just fooling around, and then I decided, you know, maybe I'd like to collect some of these odd things with a high premium. And one thing I really like is pamp bars, especially the Lady Fortuna. Okay, I got a 1 ounce gold, I got some smaller gold bars, and I said, you know, maybe I'll start a collection. And when it comes to terms of investing in money, this is not the way to do it. This is just a hobby. It's something I enjoy, and the premiums I pay on these things, I'm never going to get my money back out of them when I go to resell them, unless silver goes to like $60 an ounce, okay? But here's an example. I went and got this half ounce pamp and assay. And yes, you do pay a high premium, much more than what that half ounce of silver in there is worth. So when setting this collection up, when you find the halves, and I guess the 1/4 ounce is going to be rare on an assay card. But they do have 2.5 grams and I think a 5 gram. I can't remember. There's 14 sizes of silver bars if you wanted to go all the way up to the 1 kilo. Okay. So they got 14 different sizes of these Lady Fortuna silver bars. So I'm searching on eBay, and just when I see them in the price I feel is right, I decide to buy one. So I ordered one, a 2.5 gram bar. Now a lot of people will tell you a story. They went on eBay and ordered a bunch of Franklin half dollars at a deal and found they're fake. One guy bought 2 1 ounce gold bars and they were fake. So I ordered a 2.5 gram bar. Okay. I think all together with shipping it was $20. It's way over what 2.5. It's like $2 worth of silver. Pay $20 for it. But the picture, now this is the thing about eBay. I'm not going to go into the name of the seller or nothing, but the person is supposedly listed as a coin shop, the name or whatever, has been there since 2000, has thousands of positive well over 1,000 positive feedbacks. And when I go and see eBay too, when they do their feedback reading, you can only look back 1 year. There is a negative feeding in there. Somebody was complaining about a very expensive paper note that he said it was kind of the photograph on eBay was touched up or something because the item he received was in much worse shape. And it was like a $2,000 item. So we ain't talking about $20 here. So you figure for $20, who's going to try to burn you on something there? Well, so this thing came in that envelope. They had the invoice with it, and it was sealed tight in this bubble wrap. Okay, so I'm trying to get this thing open without destroying the package, or had to cut it a little bit. And while I'm fumbling with this, and I open up the package, this thing was wrapped up pretty good in this bubble wrap, which I had another bar show up, a small one, and it was only wrapped in the invoice, which was well enough to survive in the envelope with no damage. So this thing was wrapped in there. And what happened is when I pulled it out of the thing, out of the envelope, the bar dropped out of it. Okay. So I'm looking, I said, what is this? So I'm looking, and that looks just like a pamp holder. Okay. numbers are on the back are a little bit blurry. The signature is all right. And when looking at it, okay, I'll zoom in here. See if you can see this. When you look at this thing closely, you can see the light where it looks like somebody peeled it back and tried to reseal it down here, whatever. And see, it lifts right up. And then the bar itself, even though the design looks all right, okay, somewhat there, I realized that on the back of this bar, there's no serial number, okay? I don't have a serial number on there. Now, it could be an older bar because they did say something, but here's the problem. The item in the photograph on YouTube has a different number. This back of the card is different, and that bar does have a serial number on it. So whatever they were showing there, that is not what they sent me. Here is a Rosa 2.5 gram. Okay, and like I said, this was sent to me just wrapped in the paper invoice in a padded envelope and no issues. So I kind of didn't believe somebody would go to that extent for a $20 item, but something tells me this is fake. Now I weighed it, did the gravity test in a cup of water and that, and it all comes out to 0.2 decimals back, 2.02 grams difference of what it should be from specific gravity, and kind of on the weight is 1 or 2, or the weight is pretty close. So I don't know, and I don't have a way. I don't have a Sigma machine, or I wouldn't even know if a Sigma could register something this small to see if it's fake or not. Okay, that's the problem, I guess, 1 gram bars and that. So I got a hold of eBay, and I sent them the pictures of this. I sent them the photos of it, and I said I want to return it, you know. And they started the process of me being able to return this and acquire a refund. Get this thing in there. Yeah, so I don't know if somebody like pulled this out to make a piece of jewelry and put it in there, or I don't know if this is quite fake. I looked at my fake ones and the numbering and that on there. It's hard to tell. They do a good job on the card itself. So that's my story, and you know, when out there, there's a lot of people that'll offer you these things at a little bit lower when you're looking for something, especially something unusual or odd. And I do know that, like the 1 ounce, I did not see any gram silver bars that were being faked. Because Chinese, for a good fake, want $20. Okay, which if you got a 1 ounce pamp and with the premium you're looking at $40, $45, yeah, for $20 you can double up your money on the fake. You know, and $20 on a gold bar fake, well, you know, your markup's a lot higher. That's why they're more popular. But even the Chinese kind of screw them up. So, you know, to me, it's amazing. But that's my eBay story. I guess you got to watch. Because there are some people out there that don't have a lot of feedback. They're kind of new. You know, they've only been around since 23 or something like that. And there were some people who made some offers, but I'm leery. Because I had somebody that's been on there for over 20 years pull this crap where they show me a picture of one thing and then what I end up is not what I bought. So that's my lesson to you fellas. You know, stay with, because a lot of them like AmpMex and Bullion Exchange and that, a lot of these guys have more listings on eBay. And actually, surprisingly with AmpMex, you can buy, you're using PayPal or credit card or something, and you're getting it at a price. If you bought a single item from them on their website, you'd still have to pay like $10 in shipping unless you go over a $200 limit, which is a little odd. But you got to be careful, and I guess everyone gets burns. Fortunately, with me, it was only for $20. I'm just going to see what happens. Probably I will get a refund. I don't see why. But some things, it's unbelievable. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, hit the like button, and stay tuned.